Uh, the other short film that we looked at is kind of just like
It's
I
less
don't
of
know
a
what
it's less of a short film and more of
more of
just
like a
like,
concept.
yes, it's a concept that is kind of I don't know, exemplified by. I mean, there's a couple different ones. Like, I tried to find the most kind of core original like version of it that I could.
It was unclear to me on what was that and like when it was from exactly. You put this
Yeah.
on here, and I'm trusting your research on
Yeah, I
that.
mean, it's like a lot of things from early film history. It's very hard to pin down specifics on things because sometimes people don't even know, and there's so much misinformation. But the short in question, um, if we can call it a short, is the Kuleshov effect, which yeah is more of a concept than like the title of the short, really.
Hmm.
But it is the film shot and edited together by Lev Kuleshov to show uh, this sort of editing effect, or the way in which, how do you even describe this? The way in which like the human mind like processes film editing almost.
Right. In particular, kind of like the idea of like a reaction shot and uh, imparting the emotion of a face that you're seeing onto the next or previous shot as an implication of what they're looking at.
Yes. So like a neutral shot of I believe one of them that I found, like the most kind of famous version of it, is a sort of neutral-ish looking face, and then a shot of soup, and then a shot of the face, and then a shot of a dead child, and then a shot of the face, and then a shot of a pretty lady, and then a shot of the face. The face being like a middle-aged man. Um, and each time you see the face, you impart, your brain kind of imparts some meaning onto that person's expression based on the previous image, because it's like you see a shot of soup, cut to the guy's face, he looks hungry. Like shot of a dead child, he looks sad. Like shot of pretty lady, he looks kind of like lecherous.
And the key is that it's like the same face every time. And
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like with that new context, you're like seeing the face in different ways.
yeah, yeah. You're sort of imparting meaning on that face based on how it's juxtaposed with the images before or after it, which
Hmm.
is like an essential piece of kind of modern cinematic language. And this is not, certainly not the first time anyone has ever like done that through editing at this point. Like that's
Hmm.
already been an established thing, but I think what Lev Kuleshov did was sort of like break it down and really kind of analyze it and sort of synthesize it down into its most basic form as a
Hmm.
way of showing it to people and how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to like assume that there is not like a lot of thought being put into uh editing so far, because there certainly is.
Yeah.
But I think that it, like this is representing somebody trying to make some kind of like really deliberate thoughts into like the nature of the art of film editing and the film itself, and like how those things work together. Kuleshov was the founder of the first film school,
Yeah.
the Moscow Film School, in this year, 1919. And so he was literally like studying film. He was trying to like develop the medium by doing these kinds of experiments. Where I think that maybe a lot of the other stuff was more like, I'm telling a story. How do I tell the story? And this is like, how do I break down these ideas in a way that can be utilized to tell stories?
Yeah. He's a clever guy, that Kuleshov. He knew what he was talking about. Like an example of this sort of effect happening is, I'm sure you've seen this, the animated GIF or GIF of Rose from Titanic spinning, and then it cuts to Conan the Barbarian spinning with his arms out. so it looks like she's spinning him like by his legs.
I'm not sure I've seen that, but
It's incredible because it's two completely separate image like shots from different movies shot in different decades with totally different intents behind them, but you put them together and they tell a story together perfectly.
And if you're watching the YouTube version, we'll put that GIF up. I still don't know what it looks like, but you will.
Yes, it looks very funny. I think Lev Kulishov's work is kind of a big forebearer, I guess, to like Eisenstein's later work, and the whole thing with like Soviet montage theory and all that. We'll get to that. We'll get to it.
That's where your film school degree is really going to help us out.
By having watched Battleship Potemkin.
I mean, I'm sure somebody talked to you about Eisenstein and montage.
No, for sure,
and blah, blah,
for
blah,
sure.
Blah, you know,
I don't remember the nitty gritty of it as well as I probably should. Yeah, as an editor myself, I think about this stuff a lot, and I think it's this very simple idea of like the meaning is less about the individual images and more about how they're juxtaposed together is like such an important piece of what cinematic storytelling is.
It makes me think of the concept in that like Scott McCloud introduced in Understanding Comics, saying that the like kind of essential nature of comics, of the medium of comics, he argued was not like the panel or the drawing, but the space between two panels, where it is creating a juxtaposition, it's creating motion, it's creating a relationship between things, in the same way that you could think of the fundamental language of film as the edit. He was making that argument for comic books, and therefore shading Family Circus for not having more than one panel ever.
his real goal. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a big nerd and I like thinking and talking about this stuff. So I'm glad we were able to kind of have a little segment on this.
Do you find yourself like deliberately thinking about the relationship between multiple shots when you're editing?
Absolutely, all the time. And I think it can lead sometimes to like unintended things where it's like, oh, I just have like a shot of this person, like, and then this other shot of this person looking over here, and it's like, oh wait, because these are back to back, it's creating a different meaning that I didn't intend. Or sometimes you can take two shots that were not intended to go back to back, that then work in a way that I really want to get this idea across, or we want this thing to kind of play in a certain way, and you can reorder things in a way that when they're put in a certain order, it creates a different meaning, or it sort of puts different images in the audience's head. Yeah.
So like Lev Kuleshov invented manipulative reality show editing.
I mean, in so much as he like
stitching different reactions.
Right.
Together.
I mean, that is the Kuleshov effect, right? So yeah, sure. Blame it on him.